Is Dallas week 2? Can we pull out the brooms on these regular season Warriors, or will the Eagles lose the second straight game in a row? Look, man, just in case y'all forgot, this is who I am. This is right here is what I do. This is the Diamond Crew. But I want to give a shout out to my G's and my OGs. But you already know what to do. But if you're new to the channel and you like content like this, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to like. I need you to comment. I need you to subscribe. I need you to share this. I need you to hit that notification bell so you're always up to date. Dallas versus Eagles preview video. Let's get right into it. Look, man, Dallas Goedert is playing on Sunday. He already kind of tipped us off and let us know that's a real big deal. You know, in my opinion, man, I feel like that's the reason why this offense seemed a little bit, off track, a little bit off kilter. He just wasn't available. And that's a big deal, man, because Jalen relies on Dallas Goedert heavy in the run game and also in the pass game as well. So, man, it just seems this offense was a little pedestrian, and I think that's the reason why. And him being available for this game can probably most likely get us back on track. Look, man, the Eagles cut linebacker Christian Ellis and released Cam Sims, signed Greg Ward back to the practice squad, closed the 21-day practice window on Justin Evans. But the good news, the great news in all this, Cunningham is limited and he's back in practice, which is extremely important. We need his stature. We need his skill set, being able to tackle real well, playing downhill. We need all that on the field. So I'm happy that he should be available for Sunday's game. All right, man, Shaq Leonard was elevated to the active roster. His new number is number 50. With Christian Ellis being waived, you would think that, he could get his old number back, 53. But what I think is they are trying to that's why they waive Christian Ellis, so he can clear waivers and we can get him back on the practice squad, because he is a very good special teams player. And him and Ben Van Sumeren are two guys who we rely on heavy for special teams. But how much time does Leonard get this week? That's the question. I would like to see Leonard out more than 50%, maybe 60%, but majority on those first and second down, because that's where he's probably the strongest at. Even though the Eagles we're the worst on third down conversions, we letting every team do what they want on third down. Hopefully we can get a little handle on that with some of our linebackers coming back into the fold. He also said he chose the Birds because of the relationship that he has with Nick Sirianni. And I believe that.
I don't think it was just, Dallas, Philly. It was more so, Nick and I were together when we was in Indy. Nick was a great coach, great competitor. We had a bond, when we was in Indy. So we kind of just went with that.
And he also said that there is a lot left in the tank, because since a lot of the Dallas Cowboys are so upset, the fans, I should say, they're so upset because they were not able to acquire said linebacker, Shaq Leonard. They got a little salty, and now they're saying that he's old. He had 2 back surgeries. There's no more left in the tank. He washed up. I've heard it all. When all that is not true, and I can't wait to see what he do Sunday night. Man, let's get into the injury report real quick. All right, the updated injury report, man, is looking like this, man. Julio Jones, he did not practice because he has a groin injury. Darius Slay did not practice because he was resting and he has a slight knee injury. All right, let's move down a little bit, and you can see Fletcher Cox was limited to that in practice with the groin injury. Zach Cunningham was also limited in practice with the hamstring injury. Jack Stahl was limited in practice with the knee injury. I expect all 3 of these guys to play or be available at least. So let's move on down, man, to tight ends. I guess the full practice tight ends. Pause. Grant Calcaterra. He was full participation with the ankle injury, and Dallas Goddard, yes, was full participation with his forearm injury. Look, man, that's amazing news. That's the news that we need to hear. We need to get healthy. This is the time to do it as we preparing for postseason play. So injuries and being healthy is key right now. So it's something I want to talk about real quick, man, because this kind of like burnt me up a little bit. David Carr, man, he said that we need to sit Jalen. We need to sit him because he's hurt. He's not injured. He's just a little hurt. But you know, when you play sports, man, you always hurt. As long as you're not injured, you know, you should be available to be out there on the field. So, you know, and that don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me. It's not like we locked up no seed or we locked up the division. There's still a lot more competitive football to play, and we need Jalen Hurts on the field. I don't see the logic in that statement. That was like the worst take I've seen all year, probably in my life, to be honest. We need to sit Jalen because he's hurting, and we need to start Mariota. You said we can win games with Mariota. That is the exact opposite. That's the exact opposite of what we need to do. And it seems like you're preying on our downfalls. And I don't understand how y'all paying these pundits to create fake narratives like that. He also said that Marcus Mariota is a better passer than Jalen Hurts, which is asinine and something that I wish I never would have heard, because every time I even think about it, my brain cells leave my brain. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the keys to the victory, man. And as we all know, in my opinion, the keys to the victory is this. I've been saying it all year. Run the damn ball. Just like the fans that was outside early in the morning with the run the damn ball sign. Listen to those guys, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for being out there, being proactive, thinking of ways to send messages to this team. Run the ball. And, you know, I guess it resonated with Nick Sirianni so much that he had to go get these guys some Java, you know, he had to get them some coffee and let them know how much he appreciate those guys, man. And look, we all do. Salute to y'all. And also, man, another key to victory is Jalen getting back to his brand of football. We need that. You know, we need it. I'm not saying that Jalen hasn't been playing well, but, you know, Jalen has had some times where he's left the pocket a little bit too early, you know, and missed some guys out there in the flat. He's also, you know, held on the ball a little bit too long. You know, he ended up falling on a play last week from holding it. And that's a testament to how good this offensive line is. You know, but we need Jalen to get back to his brand of football, winning football after a loss. And I think that he's going to do that. You know, that's my guy. Another thing, man, that's a key to the victory this week is great coaching, man. We have to get these coaches up to speed, up to snuff, on the same page, man. So many reports coming out of these guys in this scheme and how it's being drawn up. You know what I'm saying? So we need some great coaching from both coordinators, man, and Nick Sirianni, because he's extremely involved in this game plan. So we need Nick Sirianni. We need Sean Desai. We need Brian Johnson to have a solid game, man, because a win of this magnitude, you know what I'm saying, that will really set the league on fire. And that's what we have to do. Another thing, man, we need to involve ourselves in great tackling, form tackling. That's it. Form tackling, drive and bring these guys down to the ground. I mean, we throw the body at them, but we don't wrap. We don't plan our point of attack. You know what I'm saying? We not wrapping up. We just throwing our body at these guys. I've seen it happen, you know, more than once last week. I seen the one where Roby, he kind of got demolished by Brock Purdy. And then also the Nicholas Morrow one where he missed Deebo Samuels and, you know, nobody was there to rally to the ball and bring down the runner. You know, that's the keys to the victory to me, man. We just got to play 4 quarters of great football. We have to do that. It's important that we do. And we have to get this win because Dallas is red hot entering this game and this gauntlet, while the Eagles are 4-1 coming out of their gauntlet and getting ready for the playoffs. We're not about to sit here and act like this team didn't beat Dallas already this year. We're not about to sit here and act like we can't go into Jerry World and get this dub. It is tough. It is tough, but we can do it. We can do it. Dallas Cowboys are 14-0 at home. They are. They also are 20-0 on turf. But these are records that just need to be broken. They sitting there in our face, and they need to be broken. And I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles are the guys that's going to do it. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. That's just my honest opinion. But we don't know what it is. I'm not saying this game is a lock. I don't believe that. I feel like this game can go either way. But I do feel like it's all on how the Philadelphia Eagles want to play it. That's how I feel. We either going to win or we going to just come out there flat. And that's how I feel. I really want to bring something up, and raise the awareness, because I know I'm not left in the dark on this, man. Look, Cowboys are regular season warriors. Let's not forget that, man. All this Dak for MVP talk, and he's been playing good. We know that. We know that. We get it. It's a no for me, which stands for normal operation. For the last 3 decades, regular season wins are normal operations for y'all. It's what y'all do. Let's give these guys
congratulations.
I guess that's what y'all want from us. But we don't care, to be honest. Don't choke in the playoffs, and then we can discuss it. Look, man, even if the Eagles tie the Cowboys at 1 game apiece for the season, which usually is the case, the Eagles are still in the driver's seat. We will still be in first place in the division as the schedule eases up a little bit. So that's something that we need to think about, and we need to keep in the back of our mind. I know we don't want to, because we want this win. And I hope the Eagles want this win as much as I want to watch them beat them. So let's get into, the review of this game and the team analysis. Let's talk about the statistics. Offensively and defensively, let's get into all that. Dallas is coming off 10 days rest while the Eagles are trained to go. This gauntlet has put a lot of football on our plate in a short amount of time, but it is what it is. We don't make the schedule. We just got to make sure that we are plus coming out of it like we are now. No matter really what happened, we will be plus coming out this gauntlet. Either 4-1, 5-1 or 4-2. Hey, it is what it is. Well, I guess you can add Seattle to the gauntlet. But no matter what, the worst we can get is 4-3 coming out the gauntlet, which I will take a 4-1 or a 4-2. 4-3, that's a bit much, man. That's a little bit much for me to handle. But I would like to see the Eagles get this dub. The Eagles won the first matchup 28-23 early in the season inside the lane. Can we pull out the brooms? Can we sweep these guys? That's the question. That's what I would like to see. Philadelphia has a 3-2 record against the Dallas Cowboys in their last 5 matchups. In their last 5 head-to-head matchups, Dallas has scored 126 points versus the Philadelphia Eagles while only allowing 115 points, man. So this is going to be a great matchup. These are two really good teams, and they looking to come out here, and both of them are looking to get a win. Dallas, they rank 3rd in total defense. This defense is red hot. They get to the quarterback very well, probably one of the best in the league. Dak has the second best total QBR ranking in the league. I think Brock Purdy is the only quarterback above him. Dak has been playing lights out. We're not about to sit here and fake it like it's been a game. He's been really on fire, but it's a no for me. He has 26 total touchdowns, which leads the NFL, which is that's a lot of touchdowns, man. He's been a touchdown throwing machine. So we gotta negate that. And I think that this cornerback room for the Philadelphia Eagles is ready to do it. CeeDee Lamb, 90 receptions for 1,182 yards. One of the best receivers in the league, man. The best receivers in the league. I'm talking about he is a nightmare matchup for majority of the cornerbacks in this league, man. The guy is really, really good and very tough. Let's move on through it, man. The Eagles are ranked 9th in total defense. Jalen is ranked 9th in total QBR ranking. Eagles have the better running back, in my opinion, in Swift with 783 total rushing yards. In my opinion, he probably should have 1,100 yards already. But we haven't been using him to the best of his ability. But I hope that changed this weekend. AJ Brown, 81 receptions for 1,164 yards. Man, he's been on a tear. One of the best receivers in the league. He had a good game last week. He always have a good game against these Cowboys, man. Let's go ahead and get a repeat performance and do it again. He did put the throw me the ball or he can't guard me meme on Insta, whatever that was. I put it on the screen if I can find it. You know, those little small messages is letting the team know and let Jalen know, letting his offensive coordinator know he's ready to go out there and make a play. And I believe he will. So as we move on to the defensive side of things, the Eagles are ranked 22nd in total defense. The Eagles are ranked last in the opposing team's QBR ranking. Like, we just letting everybody do what they want. This defense is not good, and we hoping that we can get that turned around. The Eagles are also 31st in passing touchdowns. We let you get them. Man. And I think that's another reason why, you know, we've been struggling so much in these games, because his defense has not been playing well. We have been able to, you know, make plays when we need it and, you know, get off the field in key times. But most of the time during the game, this defense is like a turnstile. And this is on the back end. This is coming from bad linebacker play. And this is coming from, you know, sometimes the corners let a few things slip. So, you know, I think we're tailoring our mistakes and we're tailoring our deficiencies and we're getting better, man. And it's time to turn this around right in the perfect time for the playoffs. And we still 10-2. And we also ranked 31st in yards per game. They're giving up some of the most yard per games for a defense this season. That's disheartening and hard to, you know, talk about, but it is what it is, man, because we got to talk about the facts. We can talk all the trash we want. How to always down to talk the trash, but I also love to state the facts. So Dallas is red hot, man. That defense is amazing right now. They're playing great. You know, we got to put that on the table. They rank 3rd in total defense, man. One of the best defenses in the league. And we've been watching these guys all year, and we can contest to that. That's a really good defense. But that defense was dreadful last week against Seattle. The last showing, the last time y'all was on the field, that defense was dreadful. Deron Bland was getting cooked. He was getting cooked. Yeah, he did come back and get an interception in that game, but, you know, he did give up the most yards. So I know that we can attack Deron Bland. It's just, to me, I feel like he is a cornerback with great closing speed, right? He is a cornerback that really kills those flat routes and those comeback routes. And he makes you think that it's enough space and you can fit that ball in there. And then next thing you know, the closing speed from Deron Bland, he already picked it off and you're looking at the back of his jersey. And we can't do that. We can't do that this week. We have to make sure that we don't turn the ball over. We protect the football. You know, in my opinion, I feel like Jalen throws one of the best deep balls in the league. He was able to cook Deron Bland, well, and Smitty as well. It was a great ball over the shoulder. He only put it where Smitty could catch it. Deron Bland was actually in decent coverage, but Jalen has one of the best deep balls in the league, man, and that's really what it is. So let's get into the coaching, man, for these two teams. Nick Sirianni, according to some reports, man, Nick Sirianni is extremely involved. This is Nick Sirianni's offensive scheme with input from the coaches, according to the reports, which is crazy to me. They put a plan together during the week so Brian Johnson knows where to go during the game in key situations, and he know what his certain options are. And I just don't know what to think about that, because in all actuality, man, we've seen Nick Sirianni play calls, and we seen him do it. We've seen his play calling, and it hasn't been good. It was not good. That's why we had to, put the play calling in somebody else's hands. It was great when, he relieved himself from play calling. It just seems like this offense just picked up and ran and then just went. But for some reason, he's extremely involved. This is his game plan. I really think that Brian Johnson should be the guy, who has more control of the flow of the game, the play calling. That's his job. So, we got to also think about that when we judging Brian Johnson. Because these coordinators have not been perfect, in the first 13 weeks of football. But I'm hoping and praying that they can get that together. And I think this is a week to do that, man. But Dallas, man, is not having many coaching issues right now. And the coaches for the Dallas Cowboys have been pretty solid, except for, what we seen early in the season. But Mike McCarthy was able to get that together with his good play calling. He's been just letting Dak rip it. He's been letting them throw it. And since that's happened, Ferguson has been came on of late. He's been playing lights out, strong. Brandon Cooks has been playing well. So those are the weapons that we have to see this week. We have to see CeeDee Lamb. We have to see Ferguson, and we have to see Brandon Cooks. We got to stop those guys. I don't have a bunch of trust in Tony Pollard. He can get out and do some things with his legs, but I just don't feel like he's much of a threat. But I don't want to forget about him, man. We have been a good team all year stopping the run. Last week it wasn't good. We let CMC get almost 100 yards and touchdowns all over the place, getting behind the linebackers. So we got to make sure that we up for this game, and I really feel like we will be. Let's get into before we move on, I did want to talk about Mike McCarthy having appendicitis. He needed surgery. I think he went in surgery today. Will he be ready for Sunday's game? That's still up in the air. We don't know. But we will keep an eye on that. Hopefully everything is good with him. He can get back healthy and back out there on the sideline. Let's get into the key matchups for this week. Like I said earlier, man, Lamb versus any corner on the field is most likely a nightmare matchup. It is. I just got to call it how I see it. But I do feel like if we did, follow Lamb with Slay, that would soften the blow a little bit. I think Slay is probably the best cover cornerback we have. He is the best cornerback we have, and I think if we man up on Lamb with Slay, things might go our way. AJ is unguardable. Nobody can guard AJ. He's a dog. No matter what cornerback you put on him in this league, he's gonna do well. Not saying that he's gonna cook him every time, but he's gonna do well. Smitty on Bland last game looked nice. I think that we can eat a little bit there, especially down the field. Smitty is a great route runner. He's always around the ball. He's always open. Bland, like I said, Bland was not the best in coverage last week, so he's coming off that bad game. So I think we can capitalize on that. I feel like we also need to get Kevin Byard around Ferguson. Kevin Byard has almost 90 tackles this year, so he's a physical guy. We're not about to sit here and act like he's not physical. He's a physical guy. And I think that, since Ferguson has been so hot lately, we can't go without guarding him and making him a point of emphasis. And we also always have trouble stopping other teams' tight ends. And we need to put Ferguson as close to zero as we can on yardage and touchdown totals. We just need to make sure that he's accounted for every play. He is very hot right now. We're going to get into the game predictions this week. We're gonna talk about it right now because I ain't got time to play. I ain't got time for it. The Eagles 38, brooming the Dallas 34. That's how I feel. 38-34. Eagles find a way to pull out this win in a very close game, a very electric game. But I think that we're going to pull this one out with the sweep in Jerry World. That's a major task. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But let's get into the line odds for this game. The Dallas Cowboys at 9-3 are the favorites, expected to win by at least a field goal, but less than a touchdown. Currently at -3.5 over the Eagles, who are 10-2. Like I said, man, they trying to come in here and tie this, and I guess Vegas feel the same way. I guess they going by the 14-0 at home and the 20-0 on turf, and I guess they like real good against the spread. So the Cowboys have won their last 4 games. So, the predicted points for this is a total of 52 points. You know what I mean? So we're saying all that, man. We're saying all that. Let's get ready for Sunday night. We're going to be coming with so much content. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled. Make sure that you are a part of Nody Gang, because you just never know when I might fire off a live or I might throw out a video that you want to know what's up. So, man, look, man, if you're liking this and you tuned in and you felt like this video helped you out, man, please do the channel a favor. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you always up to date, man. And like I said, if you want to support the channel, please hit me up on my Cash App, Hot86. Look, man, anything and everything that we get is appreciated. Like I said, we're not begging for money. It's just that we would love for people to support the show. It's a lot of work that goes into this. And hey, it is what it is. But for now,